Welcome back to Yoshi Entertainment, everybody. So just recently, because of the video that Brian McKnight put out, which we just got done talking about here on this channel not too long ago, a lot of people down there, allegedly in Detroit, were not happy. And basically, allegedly, he ended up having to cancel his most recent show because of the backlash. Now, I've said this before, and I'm just thankful to God that people are finally waking up and putting it into action. And it's not because I've been saying it, it's because people are finally waking up. But we are the ones, the consumers, who have the power in this situation. If a celebrity is doing something crazy or treating people raggedly, if you will, we have the power to say, we can make you go broke if you don't stop it. We won't support you. We won't buy whatever garbage you're putting out. We don't care how good it sounds, whatever you're doing. We're not going to support it. We're going to give you backlash until you make right what you did. And the other thing that I have to say about that is, God don't like ugly. We reap what we sow. Consequences. Now, on top of that, Rickey, Smiley, who I'm going to admit, didn't really care for him much. That's just me being the truth. Took to the internet after he said what he said, calling his children the product of sin and all this kind of crazy mess. And basically encouraged Brian McKnight's children. He basically told them, hey, you're welcome at the Rickey Smiley show. If you need somebody to stand in the gap as a father for you, to embrace you, to be there for you, I'm here for you. I'm standing in the gap. You need a hug, you need somebody to talk to, I'm here for you. Because it takes a village to raise a child. And that is very true. It takes a community, not just some community, a good community, a functional community, non-toxic, healthy community to raise children, point period blank. I also believe that part of this was coming from Rickey Smiley's heart because y'all remember he just recently lost his son, one of his sons. And I feel like from his perspective and the perspective of any man who has lost a child that they love dearly, he's seeing this and he's saying to himself, I'm just thinking, this is how my thought process is going. This man has his children in his life, or he could have had them in his life. They're alive and well. They wanted to be in his life, and he's dogging them out publicly. Meanwhile, this man is still grieving. He's still grieving over the loss of his son. And I do believe that what he did, despite how anybody feels about him, including myself before this point, what he did was so impactful, was so encouraging. It was so powerful. It was so important, and people needed to see it coming from a black man, a black person. Like the levels, like I said, of impactfulness, that what he did it was beautiful to see. I'm a firm believer in, instead of feeling voids, empty voids, especially where you've lost somebody with toxic things, you need to be filling that void with God and using your time to help other people who have lost the reflecting void, if you will. So how he lost one of his sons, there are sons out there who don't have fathers, who have lost fathers, or whose fathers have walked away. Sometimes I do believe it should be our responsibility in the community to step up and do something. I'm not saying make the child your actual child or to replace that person, who you lost or who walked away. Now, if you can adopt that child, or if you think that God is laying it on your heart to adopt that child and you can afford to do that, you want to do that, then I think that you should help in that way. Like I said, if you can and you want to. But I do think it's necessary in any case to be there for them in a way that they need somebody to be in that moment. Like I said, it could be simply as, let me give you a hug, as a father figure, or as a child. I do believe that that is our responsibility in the community, because who else is going to do it? But all these people who are hurting, who need somebody again to stand in that gap or to do something, even if it's just words of encouragement, who else is going to do it? And if it goes undone, then we have a whole generation of traumatized individuals, hurting individuals, carrying their pain into their adulthood, into other places that they don't need to carry it, looking for some kind of affection, love, or solace in places that they should not, because they don't have anybody to guide them the right way or to be there for them the way that they should, to advise them on what to do. By standing in that gap and loving them, showing them the affection that they need to be showed, like I said, how they need to be showed it in that moment, being there for people as best as you can, as God has laid it on your heart, as you've seen the needs that need to be provided for. That is how we help the community. That is how we advance the community and keep it from falling to a place where all of these different crazy and dysfunctional and toxic mindsets and behaviors run amok. That is how you keep the community in one piece and the people in the community from falling by the wayside. Anyways, he also said basically what I said in that video that I just made, once again, that it would be mighty ironic that them same kids he's dogging out publicly end up being the ones that have to help him when he gets in a bad situation. Somebody even pointed out what happens if he ends up needing a kidney. He sure can't get it from his wife who he has now. He definitely can't get it from those children because those are not his kids. But sometimes people are so busy doing their dirt that they don't think about these things. But again, actions have consequences and we do reap what we sow always. I just hope that he doesn't have to learn that the hard way or when it's too late. Anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think and how y'all feel about all of this down in the comments below. I mean, for real, y'all. Rickey Smiley came through as the MVP for real. But anyways, y'all have a very blessed, beautiful, and safe day.